So many series and all these theories, I'm losing my mind. I've lost track of time. How can I watch them all? Oh! 2, 3, 4.
Hey guys, and welcome to RANDIME. It's an anime reaction show where we watch a random episode of anime and then give our reactions and breakdown. Kind of like a review show, but it's a little random. I'm EJ.
I'm Chris.
So we're EJ and Chris, and we're going to be walking you through this whole experience. For our first episode, we went truly random with random episode and random show. So for this episode, we'll be talking about Caligula. It's a show that I've never heard of before.
Neither have
The name of the episode is Your Life Shouldn't Be Built from Someone Else's Blueprint. No matter how unskilled you may be, you should draw it yourself. That's, I think, the longest title I've ever seen, next to like a Fall Out Boy song. So Chris, first off, what did you think of the episode?
You picked an incredibly average anime for this first episode. Yeah. I mean, what more? I've seen it 100 times, is what I can say. Even delving into episode 8 without seeing any of the past.
But you've never seen this before.
No, but I've seen it before.
Okay, I see what you're saying. All right. For me, I found it a little confusing. I thought it was interesting. I think the biggest thing that I had a problem was I didn't really know who were the good guys and the bad guys in this whole thing.
Yeah.
I think I figured it out, but oh shit, there's gonna be so many spoilers because we have no idea what happens in any of this show or for how long it goes for.
Yeah.
I guess we know that, but major spoilers. Do you think you could explain what the premise of the show is?
Yeah. It's like Angel Beats, or it's like any isekai. That's a genre.
Is that the Born Again thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Game world, stuck in game world. And I think you're talking about the enemies. I think this episode was specifically getting a different perspective that you didn't get before in the other previous episodes on the enemies.
Yeah.
This is guessing. This is speculation.
Right.
But I feel like this one focused on one's called musicians.
Yes, yeah. So
Instead
what I
of the
gathered was
rogues.
there's two factions, I guess, from this show. Is that there's the musicians, who were on the assumption, I think, on the same. They're the bad guys, probably.
Yes.
And then there's the rogues, or the Going Home Club, I think, their like other name.
Yeah.
And basically, how I took it was that people are in this virtual world for some reason, and they get to like kind of live out maybe some bit of a fantasy kind of life. Basically, I think what was else going on is the main group of people, the Going Home Club / rogues, want to leave this world, hence the going home bit. Kind of a play on words there, I guess. Versus,
Or just very literal.
yeah, very literal. Versus the musicians who are like seemingly in control of like a piece of the VR named Mew.
That's it Mew?
Mew.
I didn't listen to it. I just read it. It was a weird spell.
Yeah, that's
Mew.
that's Mew.
Okay.
That's a Greek letter or something.
Yeah,
Usually used in science for like micro things.
I'm not smart.
But how lost do you feel? Like, how much information do you think we're missing?
I didn't get any of it till about halfway in, then I started piecing it together.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me was there's so many characters on screen that I probably would have known the name of had we watched it from the beginning. So that was something I didn't notice, and watching anime a lot is that, how many shows are people just saying people's names, just all the time? Not that often, But, they get introduced a little bit here and there. You say it like once or twice. There's only like 2 name drops the entire time. I think the main guy was ike-p.
Yeah.
And then the other guy, God, I wish I knew what his name was the other kind of focus of it. I think he's part of the rogues.
Or I think he's alone, but I don't know.
He was standing with them at the end, though.
Oh, was he?
He was.
Okay.
He was there. But he wasn't in the club room. But he was looking for stuff for their hot pot meal. He was looking for meatballs.
Oh, yeah, it was 1,000 yen.
Yeah.
$10 for meatballs, man.
Well, I think it was $10 worth of meatballs, maybe.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I don't know how much meatballs that would be. I guess that's probably like a pound of beef, maybe. All right. How did you think? What did you think about the opening? Like the.
That's actually I liked that actually.
I did too.
It was very fluid and well drawn.
It felt like just like a go-to song for.
Oh yeah, I mean it was generic, but
it's still enjoyable.
Yeah.
As far as the ending goes, also very generic with like seemingly like just the female cast singing it.
I skipped that.
Skipped it.
I don't watch the endings.
So did you miss like the after credits scene?
No.
At the end of the episode, they showed two guys who we did not learn the name of in this episode, who seemed very important from where they were sitting at the table. But it was like a jokey thing. They're like watching something on TV, and the one guy called the other guy a pervert or something on TV. I don't know. It doesn't mean anything to us, but I figured it would be like a world building thing for people who probably watched more than just one episode.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess for our next question, who was your favorite character? You don't even have to know their name. I can start if you want.
I don't know who my favorite character is. Yeah. I know who my least favorite.
We're gonna get to that.
Okay, all right.
So just give me anybody who like didn't look like that bad. For me, it's gotta be Rescue Man. I don't know what exactly he stands for, but I feel like he's got a lot of good bits maybe to come up. I hope he has a larger part of the show because he was in there for like a hot second.
Yeah.
He was such a highlight.
He won't. You know what? My favorite character was the one who had no lines and one shot, who, while the guy was saying, this world is a world for fantasies, some people just want solitude, and it was just a shot of a man like reading a book.
A cafe?
Yeah. No, it was just like in a high rise. It's like in his own cottage, kind of.
Yeah, that made me feel like...
That's what I want.
What the fuck is going on in this world if that's like just...
And then he said some people want strength, and it just cut to a shot of a man basically huddled beneath rubble with a very elegant-looking knife. I'm like, that's strength?
I do not remember that part.
I don't know. But
all right, let's go least favorite character.
Definitely those three amorphous things. I don't even want to call them girls because I know they're just NPCs and probably like secretly evil.
I don't know. I was wondering like, what if they're not NPCs? I was thinking this since this is probably like one of those like game things. Maybe it's just like a bunch of guys and like female.
Oh my god, that should be great.
And they're just like, "I love you" kind of thing, you know, like tee-hee, all that jazz. It's like not into that. But also they just looked horrible. They looked like babies. They looked like big babies.
Yeah, it was repulsive.
Yeah.
To me, it was like it threw me off.
So I remembered, I think what you were talking about before, which was the whole rating system that they like showed.
Oh yeah.
Like he had points for being the sexiest man in the VR world. I didn't understand anything about that. I also didn't understand like who were NPCs and who weren't, and like
everyone who wasn't musician and rogue, I guess. I mean, every girl NPC was just like, every girl was basically just schoolgirl. I'm like, there's no women? Like, it's just always schoolgirl.
Yeah, that's a good point. The one scene I want to talk about, though, is when ike-p fights that guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I might change my favorite character to
So ike-p fights this guy who's a bit of a loner, probably part of the rogue group. I forgot his name. But he becomes the new hottest man in the land. For seemingly doing nothing and rejecting girls, which that's usually how these things kind of work. Because all the guys are just like,
women,
too cool for that. I ain't got time for this. Hang on. And she's like, I baked you a cupcake. And he's like, no. You know, doesn't. You know, is he keto? We don't know.
Which I feel like I wouldn't even. Someone handed me a muffin.
Yeah, that's true.
On the street.
I don't know. Maybe it's a Japanese
thing. Even if it's a cute
though.
girl, I do not care who you are. You could be my own mother. If you're handing me a muffin on the street, I would question it.
Yeah.
What?
You don't know what's in that muffin.
What?
So rightfully so, he does reject it. But the scene I want to talk about is when ike-p and this man start fighting. And he...
Oh my god, that
ike-p pulls out guns, like materializes weapons.
Red bullets.
Yeah, like lasers. But this other guy pulls out a sword and just materializes a spike in his chest.
Which I thought ike-p shot into him because it's like a close shot and you just see a spike in his chest and his back.
I think that's like part of his power. Like,
but yeah, exactly. It is, but how useful is a freaking spike in your back?
That might just be like their design for when they like switch into their like.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not a school kid anymore mode.
This every character has like this cool in like the 12-year-old version of what a cool would be like Tokyo Ghoul. And he developed like a black mask.
He's got like a big mask on. Really, kind of like Bleach, I guess, as well.
This is character
long
development.
Sword. But then he does this really stupid move where he jumps in the air in front of a bunch of windows. The other guy, ike-p, shoots the windows, and they all shatter and fall on this man as he's frozen. Yes. He's very frozen in the air, and all the glass just shatters on top of him, and then he falls like onto the glass. And his face is, a little cut up, and so is ike-p's, who's, very cares about his image. So he's probably a little upset about it too. But he's like, "Oh, your face is fucked up. You can't be number one now. Now you're ugly." And he's like, he goes like real emo on everybody, and he pulls the glasses like, "This is how I want my face to be." When I was in the original world, which I guess we know this isn't the original world, or maybe he said this world. I don't know.
Real world.
The first thing I did was like cut my face to know that I was in control or some shit. He starts taking glass shards and just slicing his face.
Not even
like a maniac.
Not even like he does it very like parallel lines too. It's very neatly
it was
scarred.
Very neat.
I'm like, okay.
And he like has this whole thing is like, this is how I know like I'm me or whatever. But Mew cursed me with beautiful skin, and it just heals back. His skin just heals back. And you look over at ike-p, his skin did not heal back. Very light scratches, but still fucked up.
But it'll be fine next episode.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like that'd be like a big thing. It's just like his face has got a little bit of scarring. I mean, there's gotta be a big altercation.
Are there 12?
There's 12 episodes.
In the entire series?
In the entire
And when was this
series. Made? We'll answer that in a minute. I guess.
So in other words, you don't know. You don't know.
I don't know. Let's look.
So you are not prepared. Okay. So on those no cards, you don't have to.
No, I didn't take stats out. All right, so I'll go ahead and read the synopsis.
Oh yeah.
Of what the show is. I feel like just to give us an idea. So Mobius. That was, I assume, the digital.
Oh yeah, I keep hearing that.
That was assumed the world, because it wasn't the town. The town started with another M. Mobius is a perfect digital world for the imagined benefit of humanity by Mew, a virtual idol program that attains sentience and self-awareness.
This perfect world looks very much like a city. Like
only humans. Yeah, it's true. It's just one city. Once they enter, people often forget that the real world exists. Regardless of age or gender, they are turned into students.
Seemed like everyone knew in this episode.
Here you go. Regardless of age or gender, they are turned into students and forced to experience school life over and over, which he considers the most radiant time in a person's life. This is where it came from. Caligula is an anime television series adaptation of the video game The Caligula Effect.
Video game.
It's a PS4 video game.
PS4?
PS Vita. I'm sorry.
No, that makes more sense. That does make more sense.
I'm all out of questions. I ain't got any more questions. If you have any suggestions for the show, please.
It's random.
I guess
it's called Random Anime. If we select it.
Shit! I guess maybe segments, maybe upcoming segments. You guys could suggest something. We could do. Maybe we could try something. I don't know. Maybe we could try like.
Do you have any ideas for the show? We got nothing.
We try like a random Japanese snack or treat. Yeah, sometimes.
Like Pocky?
Yeah.
I'll try Pocky. I mean, we did it.
You got nothing else to talk about?
I'm watching Overlord.
No. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. I'm actually watching that, so please don't talk about that, please, because I'm watching that. I don't want you to talk about it anymore. All right, thanks guys. Once again, I'm EJ.
And I'm Chris, and Anna make a great day.
We're not going to use that one, but thank you for coming out and supporting us and watching this episode. We'll be back next week with another one where we watch another show that I don't know which one we're going to watch yet. We're going to watch an episode that I'm not sure.
Anna make your dreams come true.
Yeah, okay. Thanks again, guys. Bye.
All right.
From here to the darkest reaches of space, friendship and love will conquer evil. But now it's time to go to sleep. I will see you